Version here, guys. Congratulations to the Miami Heat on becoming the Eastern Conference champions for the second consecutive year as they defeated the Boston Celtics 2 nights ago on Saturday, June 9th, 2012 in Game 7 by 13 points. Final score was 101 to 88 Heat. Alright guys, so once again, to the Heat. Alright. With that being said, guys, I'm stunned. Miami really shocked me. Alright. And at the same time, I know the Celtics gave not just the Heat, but the entire basketball, world out there a big shock. Alright. They won 3 consecutive games. Games 3, 4, and 5, And that was, again, that was a big scare for every basketball holic out there, I should say. Alright, guys. Now, let's just go over the series scores. Alright, guys. Game 1, the Heat won by 14, 93 to 79. Game 2, the Heat won by 4, 115 to 111. Game 3, the Heat won by 10 points, 101 to 91. Game 4, Boston won by 2 points, 93 to 91. Game 5, Boston won by 4 points, 94 to 90. And Game 6, Miami won by 19 points, 98 to 79. And Game 7, the clincher 2 nights ago, the Heat won again by 13, 101 to 88. Now, alright guys, with that being said, I'm sick and tired of people continuously giving LeBron James, excuse my language, but crap. Alright? I mean, I don't understand why they still have a backlash on this guy. I mean, in Game 6 specifically, he did the unthinkable. He did what nobody expected he would do. Alright? 45, 15, and 5. Alright? 45 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. He's the only player since Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain in the 1964 NBA playoffs to have a 45 plus, 15 plus, and 5 plus game. Alright, guys? So that's the first time we saw a performance like that in 48 years. Alright? Nearly half a century. Alright, guys? So, and not to mention, the Heat won by 19 points. That's 1 point shy of a blowout. Alright? And again, that was on the road. That was at Boston Garden. Alright? It was basically a one-man show in Game 6. And Game 7 was just was nearly as epic as Game 6. Alright? Now, there's no doubt that Game 6 of the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals will go down as one of LeBron James's best. Alright? And the 45 points he scored in Game 6 was his career high as a Heat. Alright, guys? I believe his overall career high is 56 as a Cav, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, guys, and with that being said, also in Game 6, LeBron scored 30 in the first half. Yeah, 30 points in the first half. That's a Chamberlain-like performance. Alright? He was 5 points shy of tying the all-time record for most points in a half, which was by Jordan in the 92 Finals Game 1 when he had 35 points in the first half. And of course, that game is known as the threes, because Jordan made 6 consecutive threes in the first half of that game. Alright, giving him 35 overall in the first half. Alright, guys? So, let's go over some stats for that series, guys. Game 7. Rondo had a triple-double. Again. Yet another triple-double for Rajon Rondo. What is it with this guy and the triple-doubles, man? This guy's a machine. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 14 assists. In Game 7, Celtics were outscored by the Heat 20-6 in the final 8 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the game. The Celtics were also outscored. I'm sorry. Yes. The Celtics were also outscored by the Heat 55-35 in the second half. The Celtics are now 4-3 in Game 7s in the Big Three era, which was from which was the last 5 seasons, starting from the 2007 the 07-08 season. All right, guys. The Celtics are 3-7 on the road since the 08-07 season. Their playoff record in the last 5 seasons is 54-39, which is pretty darn good. Alright, guys. Let me see here. They've made the finals 2 times in the last 5 seasons. Obviously in 08, which they won, and in 010, which they lost. Unfortunately, because they were Kendrick Perkins list. And also, guys, LeBron became the 3rd player to ever score 25-plus points in each game of a playoff series. Obviously, the other 2 players that have done it were Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the 1974 NBA Finals and Elgin Baylor in the 1962 NBA Finals. All right. And in Game 7, the Big Three scored at the final 31 Heat points. Obviously, that's James, Wade, and Bosh. And they also scored all 28 of the Heat 4th quarter points. Alright, guys? Which is incredible. Not to mention, this is the first finals meeting. I'm sorry. Yes. This is the first NBA finals meeting between the reigning MVP and the reigning scoring champion. Alright? Obviously, the reigning MVP being LeBron James himself, and the reigning scoring champion being Kevin Durant, aka the Durantula. Alright, guys? Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, yes, and also, LeBron James surpassed former Celtic and current Hall of Famer Dennis Johnson for 17th place on the all-time all-time playoff points. Alright, guys, and with that being said, guys, show the Heat a lot of credit. Show LeBron James a lot of credit. Let's stop hating on this man. Okay, let's stop hating on what he couldn't do as a Cav, and why he came to the Heat, why he left Cleveland, why this and that. I'm sick and tired of it, guys. I am sick and tired of people hating on this man. He is, if not the best player in the NBA right now. I mean, again, guys, I am not a fan of this guy. I am not a fan. I'm just calling it how it is. LeBron James is, if not the best player in the NBA right now. Like him or not. And me personally, I don't like him. I do not like LeBron James. Do I hate him? No. Do I support him? No, I don't. You know, but that does not mean that I shouldn't call the shots how it is. I mean, give the man a breather. He's only, what, 27? He's pushing 28 in December. This is his 3rd NBA Finals appearance this year. And I know there's going to be a lot of criticism if he does not win this year, because it's going to be his 3rd loss in the NBA championship stage. Alright, guys? But, you know, let's stop coming up with reasons to blame this guy. Okay, the only area that LeBron James is lacking in his career is an NBA championship. That's the only thing that he does not have. He is, again, he's if not the best player in the NBA. It's just that simple. Regardless of him not having a ring. Alright? He can do it all. He can just do it all. He's like, okay, I'm not trying to step on these 2 players' legacies by saying this, but he is much like an Oscar Robertson and Irvin Magic Johnson type player combined. It's as if you combined both those players together and you came up with a LeBron James. Alright, guys? Because he can do everything except win a championship thus far. Okay? What? Let me see. He can drive to the rim, and I've said this before. He is, if not, I'll say, he will go down as the greatest finisher at the rim. Okay, let me say that again. LeBron James, at the end of the day, when he retires from the NBA, will go down as the greatest finisher at the rim, if not the greatest at other things as well. Okay, the other thing that comes to the top of my head is he will almost undoubtedly end up as the greatest small forward to ever play the game. All right, with Larry Bird at a close second and Scotty Maurice Pippen at third. And of course, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so don't quote me on that, please. But I'm not too impressed by Dwayne Wade in this entire playoffs this year. I feel like he's he's making LeBron work too much, even though it's not too much of a problem for LeBron James, because I'm sure he prefers that, you know, despite the fact that he's the Robin on the team and Dwayne Wade's the Batman, you know, and of course Wade is just credited with the notion of being Batman. Yes, I'm sorry, Batman since 2003, because he was drafted to that team. So that's technically his team since 03, and LeBron James just chose to join along. All right, guys. But let me know what you guys think it's going to mean for not only LeBron James but the Miami Heat if they do not win a championship this year, guys. And please, no stupid comments. Don't say, "Oh, he should just retire. He should have done this or done that. He should have stayed in Cleveland." Okay, now, give me your logical reasons and explanations and opinions on what you think it's going to mean for the Miami Heat, but more specifically for LeBron James if he does not win a championship this year, guys. Okay, now, one example of a logical opinion on what you think it might mean would be saying something like LeBron James went to the wrong team. He should have gone to the Bulls or the Knicks, so he could have carried a possible dynasty on his back, just like Jordan did to Bulls and Shaq with that three-peat with the Lakers in 2000, 2001, and 2002, even though we all know what happened in 2002. All right. And last but not least, guys, let me know your guys' finals prediction. All right. And again, this is the first time since 1997 that we're having the reigning scoring champ and the reigning MVP matchup in the finals. All right. In 97, if you guys don't recall, or if you guys were not old enough back then, Karl Malone was the reigning MVP, even though I feel like it should have gone to MJ. And MJ was the scoring champ. All right, and obviously the scoring champ won that one. So are we going to see deja vu from 1997 this year in 2012? Let me know, guys. Keep in mind, Durant's only 23 years of age, pushing 24. LeBron James is 27, pushing 28. All right. Of course, LeBron's in his prime. And what else did I want to mention to you guys? Game 1 is obviously on Tuesday, June 12th, which is tomorrow. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Alright, guys, and of course the Oklahoma City Thunder have home court, which means that the OKC Thunder, which means that the games will be at Oklahoma in games, for games 1, 2, and 6 and 7 if necessary. Alright, 3, 4, and 5 if necessary for all three will be at Miami. Alright, guys. and my prediction is that the Heat will take it in 6 games. All right, guys. Let me know what you guys think about that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and enjoy. And I will get to you guys soon.